Alright, we live. Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the occupants that are pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. It's the brothers from Great Millstone, Atlanta here. And we just got a quick lesson going into his levels to be an Israelite. You know, just as a disclaimer for all these individuals that's coming into the truth or coming into the knowledge of knowing that they're actually Hebrew Israelites. You know, first and foremost, we're not black, all right? We're not, you know, when you first, of course, come in, you know, you understand that we're not African Americans. But it's more than just those premise of words too, man. You know, when you actually come into the realization of you being an Israelite, first and foremost, you come to the understanding of your nationality. You come to the realization that this is the truth, and it works have to follow your faith. The scripture says in James that works without faith is faith without works is dead. So through your belief, you're gonna have to take action. And you have a lot of individuals that claim they're Israelites, and what do? They sit in the chair and they watch from the background, man. They're the biggest Israelite fans. They'll jump on live stream, salute, say shalom. They'll notice certain Hebrew words, you know, or they'll just know the salute. They don't even really get into the Hebrew. Just know Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. They don't know how to break down the name Yahweh. They don't know how to break down what Yahweh Shai means. You know, they don't have a garment because they don't go to camp. They don't go to the highways and byways. And these will be individuals that are stay a couple miles away from a church. You know, like here in Atlanta, you have individuals that are get on the comment board. They might stay in Decatur. You know, might stay in certain parts in Lithonia, South Atlanta. And they'll watch us from the background, and they can just hop on the bus and come see us face to face from a 45 minute bus ride, 20-minute drive ride, man. Why? Because they're lukewarm, and the Lord is not dealing with half-assed Israelites. He's dealing with the whole thing, man. When you come into this truth, you gotta first and foremost, if somebody get that Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, where the Lord commanded Ezekiel to eat the roll. When you come into the knowledge, you have to understand the fullness of what it means to be an Israelite. Can you click the
right here.
I have to put my phone in charge.
Ezekiel 3, I'll start at 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. Yeah, so like the brother was saying, you know, that's you being an Israelite, that's a part of the responsibility, is to eat the roll. What is the roll? The scriptures, okay? You know, to digest the scriptures and to actually fill wisdom, you know, fill your vessel with wisdom, man. You know, because Proverbs 1, it says, for the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And that goes to show you that a lot of these entry-level Israelites, or what is it, lower tier Israelites,
level 1 Israelites.
Level 1, you know, they don't have that fear. That's what it is, ultimately. Because hey, you got some people that know they're Israelites that still go to Christian churches.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep going. It says,
well, you got Israelites that don't even believe that the white man is the devil.
Yeah. Yep.
They're just Israelites. They believe that God still loves the whole world, but they still believe that there are Israelites. You got Israelites that know they're from the tribe of Judah that believes that the so-called Latinos aren't of the northern kingdom, man. You got Israelites that don't break down the 12 tribes. That don't believe that this is America's Babylon the Great. Those guys are basically Christians, man.
God.
You have those prosperity Israelites that believe when you come into this truth, things will get a lot better. Smooth speaking Israelites, jet set Israelites that go to the land of Israel and they like Demona, and they believe that that's fulfilling prophecy. All right, you got the Old Testament Israelites that don't believe in Yahweh Shai. So it's all kind of
it's so many.
It's so many types of Israelites, but it's only one true sect of Israelites. Just like during the time of Yahweh Shai, you had the Pharisees, you had the Sadducees, the Essenes, the scribes, all right, the Sicarii, the Zealots. But what did the true spirit filter and go through? The so-called Christians. That was, of course, called Christians in Antioch, but of course the followers of Yahweh Shai, the Mashiachim.
That's right. I keep going. It says, so I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this robe that I give thee. Then did I eat, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, Son of man, go.
Yeah, he learned the sweetness of being an Israelite. And a lot of individuals like to stop at the sweetness.
Yeah.
They look at this word as basically a thing of honey, man. You know, a sugary, basically a sugar book, man.
Yeah.
They just want to take it, get the sweetness out of it, but when the bitter and the spiciness comes into play,
they run away.
Or they'll shut the book. They don't go through certain parts in Revelations because the book seems a little too grim for them. They don't want to hear about the destruction. They turn those different videos off. A lot of these guys don't watch us because of what we truthfully say. We say that America's going to be destroyed by fire. The so-called white man's going to slavery. What do? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
And we'll pull it out of the scriptures. You know? So you have to, when you come into this truth, you have to actually come into it, and you have to fully walk with the bitter and walk with the sweet. The sweetness is the kingdom of heaven. We all know that we're a nation full of kings and priests. All right, we're God's on earth. But the truthfulness is we're in captivity right now. We have to fight. We have to actually involve ourselves in this spiritual, psychological warfare to overcome, man. And you're gonna have men that around you that's gonna fall off, that's gonna fall short. You're gonna have certain seducing spirits come in. You're gonna have wolves in sheep clothing. We're gonna be persecuted. Some of us gonna have to possibly drink of the cup of death pursuant to the book of Revelations. All right, you gotta forsake houses, mothers, fathers, wives, children. You have to be a soldier. That's the truthfulness of being an Israelite, amongst so much more. Kazim?
That's right. That was pretty much it.
Okay, you can get that. Can you get the Revelations?
But you wanted
2 and 9. Yeah, that Revelations 2 and 9. Because there's a lot of false Jews out here, man.
Yeah.
As much as these so-called white people are false Jews, they're Jewish. A lot of you niggas is Jewish, man. You're doing things pertaining to being a Jew, but you're not truly being a true Israelite or a true Judite. What's the difference between can you slide it up? A Judite and a so-called Jewish, so-called black man that calls himself Jewish. One is BSing and hearing the words, and one is taking full action, man. Going to the highways and byways, stepping in the midst of adversity. All right, shaking the finger like it says in Isaiah the 13th chapter, lifting up the banner, proclaiming liberty to the captives, going through the straits and the struggles. You got that?
This is Revelation 2 and 9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
Right, we're the ones that's going through tribulation and poverty, but we're rich because what? We have the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shah. We're broke as hell financially, but we're rich spiritually. As a people. Continue.
It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
And the blasphemy is great disrespect against the Most High. Now, during that time, this is John on the island of Patmos. He's actually referring to Israelites, man. He's not talking about white people, because white people, of course, that was a prophecy. But at that time, there wasn't white people that actually called themselves Jews and actually attaching themselves to a heritage they didn't belong to. But you had men that knew that they were Israelites, knew that they were Jews. A lot of them didn't believe in Yahweh Shah. They believed that the Old Testament was the fullness of the book. The New Testament, the disciples and men of the Lord were basically perverting the gospel. Some said that the resurrection passed already. So those are false Jews, man. Continue.
It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
The scripture says you guys ain't even Jews, man. So what? They were of the same nationality. All right? At the end of the day, are you fully keeping your heritage? Are you fully actually fulfilling the prophecy of the reason why it says to actually wear your fringes and the ribbon of blue? Because this ain't just clothing. This ain't just to be cute in. We ain't wearing this because we playing dress up.
Right.
The scripture says in Numbers, the 15th chapter, the 38th verse, to wear these as a statute and a commandment throughout all generations. And when we go to the highways and byways, all right, to tell our people their nationality, man. Tell them who they truly are not for them just to hear some sweet words. Tell them that the shit is finna hit the fan, man.
That's right. And if I could say too, you know, like the scripture says, the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews but are not, because the real Israelites, man, they teach the true doctrine, man. You know, they teach the whole, like we read in Ezekiel, we teach the whole road, man. You know, and if you're going against it, man, you're going against what the scriptures say, man. We're not for that.
That's right.
You know? Yeah.
All right, still some more on that.
Okay. It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
But you guys are the synagogue of Satan, pursuant to John 8:44. Why did the scripture say that you're of the house of Satan? Because you don't want to dwell in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. You're anti-Messiahs, anti-Mashiachim. All right? You guys are the same individuals that was against the anointed and that actually pleaded to crucify Yahweh Shai, man. Went to the devil to actually crucify Yahweh Shai. You're not truly trying to reach salvation. A lot of these guys don't want deliverance. They think that this is paradise.
Yep.
They got their 401k set up. They got good money in their bank accounts. A lot of these individuals are profiting off of their congregation, profiting, getting thousands of dollars, generating hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout the year. They're not worried about the kingdom of heaven. They like, hey, so what? If it come, it come. If it don't, it don't. Really, for them, they rather it don't come because they know the judgment is gonna come when Yahweh Shai comes back, man.
Yeah.
So they set it on their leaves, man. So they promote certain things to keep the people asleep and entertained, because as soon as the people wake up and realize the fullness of the truth, then they're gonna realize that those guys are sheep in wolves' clothing, man. Charlatans. Continue.
It says, verse 10, fear none of those.
But you know what? And shame on you, certain people in the congregation, because you guys in those different congregations, y'all lack studying, man. Y'all don't study. You should know these prophecies. Like we go into Revelation, the 13th chapter. Majority of Israelites don't believe that's the mark of the beast. But when you go into the Greek, when you actually do your due research and your due diligence, you'll see that without a shadow of a doubt, that's talking about the RFID chip.
Yep.
But why don't you guys realize your congregational leaders is putting that veil over your eyes and telling you all kind of things about marriage, celebration, good and happy times. You're making all these stupid ass rap videos, you know, trying to come up with a super family house.
Yeah.
When we ain't even in that time, man.
Yeah.
Continue.
It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
And who's the devil? The white man. Continue.
That ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation in 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right, so if we be faithful unto the death, the Lord was going to give us a crown of life. And there's going to be that time where a lot of men's works is going to be tried, and these guys are going to fold like lawn chairs. Why? Because they haven't truly went into the word. They haven't been truly baptized by the fire of Yahweh Shai. When adversity sets in, what those dudes do? They run from it.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want to join the camp. They don't want to pay tithes. They don't want to help building this thing.
Yeah.
Those are those same individuals back in the time of Ezra and Nehemiah that didn't even want to help build the temple. You read that in Nehemiah, how if I'm not mistaken, the Tekoites, they didn't even want to do the work. So the other individuals that was building, they had to do double duty, man. They had to build their do their premise of work and do the work of those individuals too.
That didn't want to.
Because they was lazy as all hell, sloths, man.
And then, you know, what's crazy is, you know, those be the same type of people that when it's built, they take credit, or they be the first ones to try to reap the benefits. Because, you know, as soon as this thing starts to get hot, you know, as soon as all hell starts breaking loose, you're gonna have a lot of these people that have been putting it off, you know, and on the sideline. They're gonna try to be full hands on deck. But we're not gonna need the tabernacle of David's already gonna be built.
It's gonna be
like
already
the brother
built.
said, you know.
And the Lord gonna say, what? I never knew you.
I never knew
You wasn't on the grind. Hey, Yahweh Shai is a master carpenter in the spirit. He knows who's really building the temple. He knows who's getting their fingers dirty. And he knows the ones that actually know they're Israelites, that's hired on the job, who actually know, and that's bullshit. They got the shovel, they got all the tools. That be them jakes, you know, you like basketball. They have the fucking full outfit, but they ain't balling.
Yeah.
Or you'll see like somebody on the job, they'll have the whole tool belt strapped. They have the screwdrivers, the hammer, fresh hammer they just bought from home. When it comes to actually doing the hammer and the drill work, those guys, those be the first ones to quit. And I got a quick precept going into the Tekoites, like I was saying, Nehemiah 3 and 5. And next unto them, the Tekoites repaired. But the Tekoites was the ones that worked. But their nobles put not their necks to the work of their Lord. So it was individuals that was actually working, busting their ass, and individuals that was so neck, they didn't even want to put their hand to the plow, man. Because they felt like they were too good for that type of service. They were known as the nobles, the ones that truly do the work of husbandry. And you're gonna have individuals that's gonna half-ass work of husbandry, and you're gonna have individuals that's gonna half-ass and truly not want to get themselves involved with it. But you got something?
I had that Romans 9.
Okay, you can bring it out.
It's Romans 9 and 6. It says, not as though the word of the Most High have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel.
Right, so they're not all Israel that are of Israel. Even though they're Israel, but how are they not all Israel that are of Israel? Because they're not truly doing by definition, they're not doing what it is to be an Israelite. Are they truly walking in love? Are they truly being sincere? Are they truly feeding the flock, being charitable, building, helping to comfort one another with these words? The scriptures speak about how it's nothing better than for brothers to gather together in unity. Are they truly gathering together in unity? Are they being watchmen, watching for the prophecies, declaring the prophecies? Scriptures speak about speak unto the whole house of Israel. Proclaim liberty to the captives. Be a father to the fatherless. Are they fathering? Are they bringing people into the house of Yahweh? They ain't doing none of that shit, man.
None of it. And if I could say too, you guys like that, like that the brothers name it, man, you're gonna get judged first, man, because you know, the Romans the 2nd chapter says judgment is gonna start in Israel, man.
That's right.
You know, you got it, bro.
Beautiful. You got some more on that? If not, you go.
Okay, pretty much.
I started Matthew 25 and 6. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. And that's Yahweh Shai, the bridegroom. Okay, and this is the warning, that Yahweh Shai is coming. It says, then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And that's the spirit that we should be in right now, is trimming our lamps, getting ready for Yahweh Shai is coming. But it says, and the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. So, hey, like the brother Balzar was going into, we can't supply oil. We can only supply oil for ourselves. We can't supply oil for us and you guys that's not trying to do this. But it says
and this is the time where the oil is being given out liberally, freely. Scripture says freely receive, freely give. But it's gonna be a famine on that oil. The valves is gonna shut. And that's when it's gonna be that's supply and demand. That's when the supply is gonna be shortened and more people are gonna demand of it. But guess what? The value of man is going to be worth more than gold. And it says that everybody's going to try to come and cling on to this word. And some people are going to do that, which is right, because they're going to have the word already trapped in their vessels from working, doing double duty, working overtime. And you're going to have individuals that's going to be walking in scarcity. Scarcity, man.
It goes into that too. It says, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And it's like the brother said, it's readily available. You got to go to it's at the store. They said, go to them that sell the oil. It's there. You just got to get it. But it says, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. Because, and I keep going. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour when the Son of Man cometh. Yeah, so you don't know when he's gonna come. So you don't want to try to put this thing off, and then when it's time for you to go get the oil, and that's talking about spiritual oil, when it's time for you to obtain the spirit of Yahweh Shai, that's when he's gonna come, and it's gonna be too late by then, you know. Y'all brothers got it. If y'all want to
well, that's just the main
anything else to close out.
You got that? Okay.
This is Galatians 6:16. It says, "And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them."
Yeah, and the rule is the measurement. All right, and it's a lot of people that's not measuring up to the fullness of the stature of Yahweh Shai. Scripture says, "Be ye perfect, therefore as your Father in heaven is perfect." How do you become perfect? By constantly cleaning yourself and building up your spiritual stature, increasing, growing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Shai. Continue.
It says, "Peace be on them and mercy."
Hey, and peace to you brothers that's doing that which is right. Starting off with the apostles and elders. That's why we say double honors to the apostles and elders, and always shalom and blessings to the Akim out there pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. But guess what? They're pushing the work, doing the work. Hey, and curses to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that's not doing so. Especially you ones that heard it and you ain't trying to partake in this thing,
That's
man.
right.
See?
It says, "And upon the Israel of power."
Yep, the Israel of the Most High, the Israel of the power. The ones that's actually keeping themselves locked into the power. Staying in one with Yahweh Shai. Aligned with the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Shai. Declaring everything that the Lord said through these words, feeding his flock. Doing the work of an evangelist. Making full proof of the ministry. You know? And like I said, this is just an exhortation for brothers to continue in the spirit, and an admonition for these individuals that's not doing it to get off your ass, man.
It's the time.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Time.
Consider her ways and be wise.
That's right, bro.
So if you want it, if you want the kingdom of heaven, if you want salvation, fight for it. And as a unit, gather together, O nation not desired. So, you know, that's really the main point. We want to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom Akim.
Shalom.